This video is sponsored by Fifine. Alright guys, what is going on? I am GMVS and in today's video I am reviewing the Fifine AM8 microphone. All of my audio from the video is recorded with this microphone. So yeah, let's get on with the specs then. The Fifine AM8 is a dynamic microphone built with gaming in mind. It features a foam cover which plays a role in noise reduction and plosive breath noises. It features ambient lighting with several different modes. It is a wide microphone that features both XLR and USB inputs. It has a cardioid polar pickup pattern. It also features a headphone jack so you can monitor your voice in real time. Right, so here we are with the unboxing. Pretty small box here. Nothing too complicated. Opens nicely. Surprisingly I didn't have to cut any tape or anything. Instruction manual, pretty well detailed. I recommend reading it. Little stand. And there we have the bad boy himself. I went for the white one. They're available in 3 colours, black, white and pink. And here is the USB connection. I will say this does not come with an XLR connection, so you'll have to have that yourself. Fortunately I did have one, so I was able to try that. This is compatible with PC and laptop and PlayStation. Unfortunately it does not work with Xbox since Microsoft does not allow third-party devices for some reason. And the issue there is that Xbox is the console I play, so that means I'm not able to test it with a console, which is a bit of a shame. So quick look at the mic. There are 2 knobs here, one for the input gain, one for the headphone monitoring. At the bottom here you can see the ports. So setting it up on a PC or laptop is easy. You don't need to install any drivers or anything like that. Simply just plug it into your PC. If you need additional help with setting it up, then the instructions do a good job of guiding you through it for both Windows and Mac. The cable is USB-C to USB-A/C. This is very helpful because it means I can connect it to my MacBook without having to use a USB converter. So now we have the lights, which is a nice bonus feature for this. There are 3 RGB modes integrated into the mic. There's dynamic RGB flowing, breathing gradient and static single colour. Press and hold the light button for 3 seconds to turn it on and off, and tapping through it will cycle through the modes. Since I got the white mic, it's probably harder to see the lights. I had to record it on my phone because it didn't come out well on my camcorder. But yeah, just a pretty cool feature on this mic. Right, so here we are, and I think I'm peaking a little bit, so I'll turn the gain down here. So this is raw with no effects on it or anything like that. I want to see how much does it pick up. I'm trying to go a bit away from it here. So yeah, this is how it would sound. I'm currently using it hands-free. In fact, you could hear before there's quite a bit of noise when I was holding it here. This is so I can demonstrate how it looks when you're speaking into it. Obviously when you're gaming it's going to be hands-free, as I'm going to demonstrate shortly. Right, so now I'm testing the headphone input. It's just there, so now I can hear myself back on the headphones, and this does not cut the recording off, so I'm still recording with this, as you can hear. You can adjust the headphone level with this knob. There's quite a lot of noise when you turn it up, so be wary of that. It sounds, I guess, as you'd expect it. This is the sort of thing that would be quite useful when doing game chat. So now I'm trying it with the XLR setting. On my audio interface I have the mic gain 3/4 of the way up, approximately. You have to be pretty close to the mic for it to pick up in this mode, from what I've encountered here. Since my audio interface only really has the gain and output controls, there's not really much reason to use this, since you can already adjust the gain and the monitoring level on the microphone itself, but this is an option you can use if you want. You cannot mute the mic when recording in the XLR mode, and as you can see here, neither the LED indicator or the cosmetic lights light up. Alright, so now it's game demo time. Here I am on Plant vs Zombies 2, but this is actually a mod called Reflourished. But yeah, this is the game I play the most on my PC, so I thought this would be the thing I'd demonstrate here. I've got the headphones in so the game audio doesn't come out. This is sort of how it would look if I was recording a gameplay video. It'd basically be this setup. Obviously usually I would have used another mic, but yeah, this is how it sounds with this. So yes, it's effective for just doing general videos as well, really. Of course the microphone is quite small, so you might need to put something to raise it. I've actually got this on a... hold on. I'm raising this on the celebration stick right now just so you can see the mic while I'm playing. I wouldn't necessarily need that. I think it picks up good enough without the elevation. And the mute button. The mute button is actually quite hard to reach actually when you got in this position, which is probably the position you'll generally use, as you're meant to point the end to the sound source. I want to say how much of a difference this foam cover makes. So yeah, it's now off. Our plosive's more... Yeah, okay. That's done quite a bit. I can see the peaks on my DAW. Are the plosives more obvious? Are there more plosives when you've got this off? Also, this is probably a good test of how much sound it'll reject from behind, since this is a cardioid polar pickup. This is all recording alright, isn't it? Oh, it's actually a little quiet. Turning the gain up again, because I looked at my DAW and it seemed to be quite quiet. Of course, you want to avoid a clipping as well. You can use like audio effects, of course, to like compression, to try and even things out, if necessary. So yeah, that's the gameplay. I tried it on Discord voice chat as well, and it seems like a pretty good tool for that. So all in all, this is a great gaming microphone. I highly recommend it. Thanks to Fifine for sending me this. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in buying one yourself. So I think that's all I've got to say. Thanks for watching.